Okay, recording is. Ooh, why is that? Why is that showing? There we go. The recording's going, and we broadcast. Hey, hey! It's a party. Saigon, that was perfectly timed. The second the stream went up, you popped your soda bottle. Perfectly timed.
Oh,
Happy New Year!
Happy New Game.
Indeed.
Hello, everybody.
We're bad
Hello.
players, and it takes us forever to actually do anything.
Welcome to what's technically a new campaign. We're not quite ready yet because some of us haven't gotten their shit in line.
We're lazy! I shouldn't be proud of us.
I'm sorry.
My printer's going to be.
Oh, that's just
So,
no.
as a little, let's say primer. Well, I have nothing better to do than talk. Yeah, this is a completely new campaign. We're starting not quite at the bottom. But almost. We're starting at the first landmark. So like a couple of XP in, like 40. So you know,
Like a couple
four
games.
sessions,
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
Not such a big deal. But so good players have a little bit more money and XP to play with. And I just remembered, should probably post a link to the stream somewhere. So there and there because I can. Okay. So yeah, completely new campaign. This one will be somewhat cyberpunk themed. So it's gonna be an urban setting. That's why you see this beautiful cityscape. I was tempted to go with a more actual cyberpunk one that's a little bit darker, a little bit grittier. But then I figured, there's this awesome official HSD artwork, so why not keep using that?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is taking place in the city of Scarprelli. And well, why don't we introduce our I was looking for a fancy word, but I can't remember one now. The player character.
Scallywags.
No, more like a fancy word for like actors, protagonists, something like that.
Our intrepid
Cast.
heroes.
People you have to suffer through to play the game.
Yeah, accurate.
You people.
Yeah, HSD would be an awesome game if it wasn't for the players.
Things getting on the word.
Ouch.
What was the line? I want to DM my own session, but I also want to be the player characters. Oh, hold on. I have been informed that's called writing a book.
Yeah. So, who would like to start?
I am playing a new character who goes by the name of Squeaks.
Already sounds adorable.
Squeaks is a fennec who, due to severe unluck, that works, unluck, due to severe unluck, has drawn the attention of a, oh god, the transdimensional beings, the time beings. Crap, what are they called? Transcended, thank you. I always forget Transcended. Due to the basically the Transcendent wants to use Squeaks as a plaything and has decided Squeaks doesn't need human-like vocal cords anymore. or vector-like. But Squeaks does have an ESP node.
So what this comes down to, Squeaks can't talk.
Squeaks can make animal noises, and that's about it.
I don't know why. I'm just like thinking Squeaks McGee. Why?
Squeaks. Hence the name Squeaks. Squeaks is a brainy little shit, and is very mad about this. It's like, I must rely on this thing to just be remotely treated as a regular vector.
And what does Squeaks do? What is his thing?
Squeaks is, I wouldn't say a firearms expert, but knows how to use pistols and can make attempts to talk out of a situation. Or at least try to logic through it and piss off everybody.
I don't see how he is going to talk himself out of anything, but okay.
ESP node.
He's going to mime like nobody's business.
ESP node.
Ear semaphore.
That too. That's the fallback. Because there are things that can. Oh my god, yes. Because you know, there are things that can make an ESP node not work. Like that spam in a can we had. I mean, yeah. Don't tempt me to save up for that freaking surgery where your brain's everywhere.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's disturbing.
I love that description, though. It's the one where put your brain everywhere. It's a surgery.
Isn't that called a shotgun?
It's not everywhere over the place, everywhere in the body.
Mm-hmm. It's everywhere.
Both.
You've been uploaded to the cloud. Oh wait, that's a cog. Actually,
all right.
Yeah, you probably do that with a cog. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Digressions aside.
Yeah, who would like to go next?
We'll go. If Squeaks is the one who's the quiet individual, Grifter is the mouth. Grifter is a 6'4", so about a little over 2 meter tall hybrid of a bearded vulture and striped hyena. A rather brutish looking fellow with red yellow eyes and a piercing stare, who's quick to laugh and quick to wring someone's neck if they decide to get into the boss's way. Who that boss is really depends. It's usually just a matter of whoever's feeding him paychecks. But if you need a gun on your side and, you know, someone between you and the bad guys, then Grifter's a good soul to go to, provided you pay him. If you get behind, well, it might be between you and the exit. His skill sets mostly lie in combat, but negotiation and dealing with people problems in all sense of the word really is his forte and his preference.
Okay.
Would it still be called human resources in the future?
Probably vector resources.
But that would be racist against cogs.
But the humans aren't around anymore.
Personnel resources.
Personnel resources. I like that. Oh, it also that means PR has two definitions, and I like that actually.
Yay, confusion.
That still works. Public relations, personnel resources works for me. But yeah, who's next?
One quick second. Sorry. Doing math.
Nelly, why don't you go next?
Okay.
Oh no, I'm shit.
I am going to be replaying a character from the previous arc campaign.
That works.
Campaign.
I will be playing Lillian again, except I am treating this as a past event for her. Before she lost her eye, and she's still a bit spoiled without realizing it. Aside from that, I will probably be doing the same thing I did last game, absolutely annihilating the GM's combat sessions unintentionally.
Sweet.
But no, I'm looking forward to playing her again. And hope I don't break the game.
We'll see.
You exploded a guy.
He asked for it. That was a different character.
I am pretty certain he didn't.
It was a different character,
That
Razzie.
was a different character, yeah.
Oh, right.
I am still pretty certain he didn't ask to be exploded.
He made the wall explode. Robbing a bank. It was implied.
Exploding someone's body does not fall under the informed consent statute.
Well, neither does shooting at him. And sending a giant... I don't even know what that thing is called anymore. I forget the name.
It was a bioprobe.
Yeah, a big one. It wanted me.
Phrasing.
Anyway, Blackpaw, are you ready to give us a character rundown?
Yes.
Then, please go ahead.
I am playing as Duke, a ferret tar cog. He grew up, for the most part, pretty much homeless, just kind of living in the streets. So he's had to kind of rely a little bit on his skills to survive, get food, get what he needed, and elude authorities. This lifelong existence of this has made him quite sneaky, and he can get into many places people are not supposed to be undetected. So he's gonna be the infiltrator. I imagine him like going through air duct vents, maybe a pipe that is big enough to fit him. Pretty much odd ways to get around that front entrance and then unlock it from the other side and get what he needs, get in, get out without people actually seeing him. Not much one on weapons. He favors a little bit more of melee versus shooting, just because melee is quieter. But even then, he doesn't really like to hurt people. He just wants to get what he needs and then get out of there.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right.
that's about it.
All right. So this intrepid group, you have been working together already. So yeah, this is just the GM being lazy and wanting to get around come up with a situation where the player characters happen to be in the same place and have the same motivation or whatever. And
Protect the little guy. He is so cute and small and fragile and makes cute squeaky noises. This thing is precious. I must not let it come to harm.
well, if everybody is more or less ready, I would like to give a little introduction, which I have not at all practiced, so please forgive me if it's a little...
Sorry.
not good. first. Start up a little bit of music. Might have to adjust your music levels.
Ah, yes.
There. Scarprelli. Among the oldest cities on Mars, your home. Often held up as a shining example of corporate cooperation. Here you can find a spiraling pulse tower, right next to a self-configuring ASR build. A curving TTI bonework spire, right beside a glorious cathedral-like progenitor center. And among them, the complex, as huge and monolithic as the corporation that built it. However, that Scarprelli is not your home. Your home is far from those sky-reaching spires, below even the mid-city where the majority of the corporate citizens dwell. Your home is in the foundation of those towers of corporate might, at the bottom of city canyons so deep that sunlight rarely reaches them. This is your home, the undercity, where the downtrodden masses of unskilled laborers live, where the IRPF makes, at best, a token effort to keep the peace, where gangs and criminal syndicates hold power. It is not pretty, but hey, it is home. And if you know the right people and prove your worth, it is a place that can hold great opportunities. Opportunities that sometimes are just an email away.
All right.
I have to say, you timed that well with music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you got mail.
Oh.
Oh.
With the cheesy AOL announcement and everything?
That's what I heard, yep.
It's come back.
You got mail.
Probably.
It's human retro now.
This is a little experiment. If you could click on the journal tab.
Oh.
I see.
Ooh.
Okay.
There should be something called offer of employment,
Yep.
which when you click on it, hopefully brings up a little bit of text.
Yes.
Tygon, are you at least roughly monitoring the stream?
Yes.
Okay. Then you should be able to see that it, at least for me, it did in fact work.
Yes. Excellent. So, and this email was sent to you as a group, whatever you guys call yourself, if you call yourself anything.
Now we need a group name.
Second session will have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It'll be something dumb.
Most likely.
Expect anything else from us?
No, like literally, it'll be something dumb.
No.
Lugubrious dudes.
Excuse you?
I need to look up a word.
It means looking sad or dismal. Which is weird because lugubrious is the most fun word to say, so
It's the first time I ever heard that word.
Yeah?
You and your fancy $3 words.
Excuse me, that's at least $10. Mostly because that's how much we paid for the refrigerator magnet set to have that word in it. Made me go, what?
Asset extraction. Time sensitive. Generous payment.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will say this, let's say, format of a job offer is about usual. That's how you often get such things. So like just saying there's nothing really fishy about this. So.
Mm-hmm.
It is considering that much of the work that you do is frankly very much illegal. The initial offer rarely contains any details.
And it's all in various coded phrases.
Yes, of course, coded phrases, yes.
Alright, well, is there a meeting place listed, or is there or is standard protocol to reply to it?
No, you would reply?
And reply with K.
There's basically just a reply option. Like accept, decline. And
hit accept, I guess. Hit the Y button.
Well, I hope if you don't, I'm gonna need a minute to come up with with something else for you to do.
Every time one hits no, just smash cut to the critical mission failure Mass Effect screen.
You've chosen poorly. Would you like to try again?
Oh, I got that same spam email.
Metal Gear Solid game over screen.
Yeah.
All right. Just a couple of moments later, a reply to your acceptance comes in with an address.
Speech. Oh, different kind of acceptance.
Which a quick glance tells you is is in the lower levels of the complex.
Okay, cool.
Now, I'm trying to think of like what the future version of Google Maps is.
There's actually
there's an app, PPS, Planetary Positioning System.
Yep.
Perfect.
But you don't need it for this. This is you have been living in Scarprelli. You know where and what the complex is. It is the probably not the exact like geographic center of the city, but it is for all intents and purposes the city center. It's a truly massive Moscow building, which they say it's the first building ever built, you know, but that was a couple of 100 years ago, so hey, who knows? It does house a lot of the essential city infrastructure. Stuff like power generation, water reclamation, things like that. And although it is a Moscow building, it is considered by pretty much everybody neutral ground. So it is normal to have a meeting of this place there.
Alright, well, I guess load up with some publicly accessible gear. I'm leaving the shotgun at home.
Probably a good idea.
I mean, I have a contextual adaptation, so if I'm carrying... so I have a concealed vest and a concealed pistol that shouldn't draw too much attention, but...
Yeah.
I mean, for going around the streets, of course, Frankly, going around the streets in the undercity, even with your shotgun, you can probably get away with that.
Yeah.
Of course, again, with the complex being neutral grounds, the pistol will be okay. Anything bigger, you will ask to basically leave at the door.
Fair enough.
I'm definitely bringing at least a knife.
I will be bringing a knife and a pistol.
I will bring nothing.
He'll
No.
bring himself.
No, I'm bringing a pistol. I'm bringing cutter gloves, guys. No, wait, no. What?
Not 4 of them.
No, I was about to say, what were those like chainsaw gloves that Hims had?
Oh,
I'm bringing those. No,
No,
those were dumb. I loved them.
they were pretty great.
All right.
Gear is bought, now I just need to do items. And I'm good.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Sorry about the delay. But I am listening and attentive. Promise.
It's okay. Okay, so you make your way along the streets. So actually, are you walking or taking public transportation?
About how far is it? Did you say?
I didn't say anything, but
Fair.
it probably is a couple of miles.
Yep, I'll walk.
That's
honestly.
fine. That's a walk.
Yeah, go for a jog.
Yeah, I'll go for a walk. I know the streets well enough to know a few shortcuts.
I'm not playing a micro, so it's fine.
And plus, I imagine we look like mercenaries, so people want to mess with us.
Grifter's outfit looks like he's... Well, I mean, put it this way, if you plopped him down in the middle of Comic-Con, everyone would think he was a Star Wolf cosplayer.
I'm more thinking like I'm just like in a hoodie. It's like robot tar ferret in a hoodie.
Okay.
Aw.
But yeah,
Just a good.
but that is actually a good idea. Describe, just general outfit. How does your character dress? What do they look like?
Somewhat subdued punk, essentially. So the Wolf O'Donnell cosplay joke wasn't too far off. Essentially standard, like, a pretty subdued, like, black jumpsuit, armored boots over digitigrade legs, and then, like, over top of the jumpsuit, just, like, a kind of a biker jacket with reinforced shoulders, reinforced elbows, and reinforced gloves. And then the punk editions would be some glowing Luma fiber in the jacket and some spikes on the back of the gloves and a collar as well.
For Squeaks, it is, I would say, athletic punk. So, basically something I would wear. So he would be in minimalist shoes that are easy to bend. So if you have to climb up a fence or whatever, wearing probably cargo pants. And then something skin tight and like a skin tight short sleeve shirt with a sleeveless vest over that, along with a shemagh or the kind of desert scarf.
Yeah.
It's basically just a big square.
Duke is in pretty basic clothing. Like I said, some kind of like a hoodie and kind of like a sweatpants for Tars, essentially. Nothing really significant, but this is on purpose so he can actually blend into a crowd quite seamlessly if anyone was actually looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
If Razzie wants to pop up the image, kind of like this. Just with punk spikes on the shoulders and gloves.
Hold up. Actually,
Ready for combat.
what would the temperature be roughly?
It's actually a good question.
It's that's a good question. You know, this is not a natural environment in any sense of the word. It's probably like slightly leaning more towards warm.
Okay. So, basically the kind of temperature where you could comfortably wear just about anything.
Yeah. It does get it kind of depends on where you are.
Mhm.
But in general, you know, you could probably get around without a jacket.
In that case, Squeaks would also have a hoodie tied around his waist. Very 90s.
How does Lillian dress?
Like that.
Yeah, I pulled up the art.
Aww.
Okay, fair.
I like the logo vest.
Shook me to my manticore. Also, that's actually very similar to Squeaks.
You stole my outfit. You're wearing my clothes.
Literally.
Just the hoodie, mine was in the wash.
Okay.
So then she's just in a tank top right now.
We'll get it back.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Heavy weapons. Is that referring to large quality sort of melee stuff? 'Cause I'm looking at the carrying capacity thing.
Usually both.
Okay.
Like it's. I mean, not all of the like heavy weapons have a huge damage output. They are generally big,
Okay.
and also those go into the category that even downstairs you probably shouldn't just casually carry around.
Oh no, I'm not. I was just marking it down on my sheet for how much can I carry at once.
Ah, okay.
I want to have the information there for
Oh, that makes sense.
when it comes up.
Okay. Yeah. So, you make your ways. You know the way to the complex well enough so that it's no problem. Oh, second. Sorry, sneezy. Yeah, you know the way well enough so that you don't need to do any rolls for that or anything. And it's a typical day in the undercity of Scaprelli. You occasionally have to do a bit of angry glaring as to make some young punks back off, and every now and then have to do your own backing off to get out of the way of an IRPF patrol. It's like I said earlier, it's more a token effort by the IRPF. That there are occasional patrols, but for the most part, the IRPF attitude towards the Undercity is, hey, as long as you guys stay down there, we're pretty much gonna leave you alone.
Not our problem. We don't get paid enough for this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Works for me. I don't get paid enough to deal with their crap either.
So, yeah. The patrols get a little bit, well, can you guys still hear me properly?
You're breaking up just a bit.
Little robot-y, but otherwise okay.
Yeah.
It's, Discord saying that the connection is being
Yeah, Discord.
a bit not good. Please let me know if it gets worse.
Will do.
So yeah, as you get closer to the complex, the patrols get a bit more frequent, a bit more serious. Because of the importance of the building, they're a bit more serious about it. But you get to enter without problems. There's like a sort of security checkpoint, which is really more meant to be a reminder of you. You know, hey, guys, don't cause any trouble.
Right.
They're like even though you are armed and quite clearly the people who are, you know, willing to actually cause trouble, since you're not like heavily armed, you know, not obviously posing a threat right now, you're not being stopped. The security checkpoint is meant to keep obvious troublemakers out. So yeah, the complex is actually kind of a representation of Scarpelli as a whole, as far as this whole strata of what you call it, of I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. So basically the complex has its own like upper levels, which is generally called the spires. You know, where the rich and powerful live. Its own mid-city, where the general population lives, and its own undercity. It's a bit more there's more security here, again simply because of the importance the building has for the rest of the city. But yeah, like I said, you as long as you're not trying to get in with like heavy weaponry, you get access. The address you have been given is a about medium-sized restaurant would be a bit generous, but an eating place. In these undercity parts of the complex.
Well, nicer than the dive bar I room over, so hey.
So, may I assume that you make your way there, or are there any detours?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop by
Alright.
replication machine real quick and grab a coffee. A soy calf, if you will.
You're going into a restaurant. I'm sure they have coffee.
Oh. Wow. Okay. So when Grifter said dive bar, that somehow made what you said different in my head.
I have mind control powers.
Oh god.
Because you mentioned the dive bar, and my brain instantly went, well, that we're obviously not going anywhere similar.
Oh.
Okay.
Ignore me.
That's funny, though.
I confuse myself. I don't understand.
Okay. You make your way there. Give me a moment. Interesting.
1 second. Sorry. Roommate called me.
No problem. Okay. Just waiting for the yin to get back.
Gives me time to finish up.
Melissa, regarding your questions about the carrying capacity, I will look that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you could tell me real quick on what page that is.
Cargo score. Yeah. It said body score in page. There's no page number on that page. No page number on that page. 163.
Okay. Oh, there I see it, yeah. I'm gonna say that is that probably means body exert.
Okay.
That is probably a leftover from where it wasn't called exert, but just body.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the body score and the body perceive.
Okay. There's also a surgery, or a reclaim surgery that uses the same term, but that's it.
Which one is that?
I think reclaimed horsepower?
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Power.
280.
Yeah, I see it. I will make a note of that.
Okay.
No, what now?
We have found 2 instances where it's talking about body score, when which I'm guessing is a holdover when it wasn't called body exert.
Ah.
I will make a note of that and point that out to our Lord and Master Severin. Okay. Now,
Hardfire could be used as impromptu handcuffs.
Yep.
Because I'm getting some.
It's basically like zip ties almost.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah, you make your way to a restaurant, which is known to be used for meetings like this. It is called the Scarf. Why it is called that, nobody really knows. There's like no icon that maybe reminds one of a scarf or anything. None of the people who work there are wearing scarves, so
Scarfing down food.
that is possible. As you enter, you enter, and as it is usual, or as at least I'm saying is usual, one of you places your toggle on a smart glass by the door, and immediately one of the tables lights up, which apparently has been reserved for you.
Nice.
Fancy.
Not really. That's like in this world, that's very basic.
It's fancy for the player.
You know what? If this was fancy, there would be somewhere to bring you to your table.
Except there isn't.
How old school.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you sit down, and are you ordering anything? Anything to drink? Anything to eat?
Soy
Yeah.
calf.
What's their menu like?
This would be like in the real world. This would be a fast food joint, basically.
Oh.
Soy calf and currywurst.
The menu, it's very basic food. It's probably not bad, you know, because there aren't many ways you can print a bad burger. And yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody can do that. Someone will manage to mess up everything, but you know, it's nothing fancy, but probably all right.
If you build it, they will mess it up.
Yeah.
I feel like the GM should be the one saying that.
I will order something basic and a coffee as well.
You know, whatever the HSD version of a burger and some French fries is.
Basically, yep. With an iced coffee.
Oh.
An iced coffee?
It's
Yeah.
good.
Very good.
Provided the coffee itself was good.
Awesome. Can copy a Simpsons joke. The coffee you brought me was good, but you asked for an iced coffee. Oh, I said nice. Nice.
Duke is not ordering anything in particular. His needs are met.
Okay.
Actually, eat this.
They do cater to cogs, all sorts of weird stuff to drink.
Oh, that's right. Cogs drink like unique things.
They can do perfectly fine with just water, but
Take a bite out of the table.
no, that they actually can.
I mean, they can make an attempt.
For those of you who don't know, assuming they have the mouth parts and everything, which is not a requirement for a cogs. Cogs can technically eat. They don't get anything out of it though, simply because it's not worth the effort that they to process meals. They do need to drink, which is providing them with a coolant and lubrication and a couple of things they can't just get from the air. And they do have a sort of sense of taste, and since the inside are somewhat more sturdy than the average vectors, they tend to drink weird stuff. So yeah, they can drink oil or acids or I believe the description was going for dinner with a cog. Takes some getting used to.
Cool.
They like the exotic drinks that would normally kill people. Or at least make a very bad night for them.
Yep. Squeaks, are you ordering anything?
Yeah, basically a hot dog and a coffee.
Ah, okay. But by the way, no real waiters here. You type your order in the table in the smart glass of the table, and hopefully soon afterwards it will be brought out. It will be brought out by a person, but there's no waiter going around taking orders.
Mm-hmm. So, yes.
I'm gonna kind of take a look around the place, see what exactly is going on here, who's here, anything that looks shady, just kind of scope out the place, find the quickest exit in case things go sideways.
Okay. Quickest exit is probably the door you came in through. It's like most restaurants, they're big windows, so they don't look like reinforced glass, so you probably could break through those if need be. Regarding the people there, I mean, yeah, there are a couple of people there who look kind of shady. You among those.
Mm-hmm.
But that's honestly that's normal for a place in this area.
I was gonna say, if we aren't the shadiest people in the room, then something's gone wrong.
But hey, give me a body perceive roll, please.
Okay, let's see.
Difficulty?
Well, this would be Duke.
Oh.
Difficulty in...
Difficulty 2.
Okay. And you just add your perceived score on again, correct?
No, you add... no, you add the... it's difficulty versus the perceived score, and you add the exert score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In my case, it's all the same.
Okay, very nice roll. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Nothing that trips your ferret senses.
Ferret sense tingling.
That is the reference I was trying to make, yes.
Yeah, very, very good.
But in this case, not tingling.
Okay, I kind of relax a little bit, knowing that there's nothing out of the usual going on. Like, okay, this is just a regular bar.
Regular old pub.
Well, not a pub, it's a fast food joint.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, you sit there a couple of minutes. Your orders, whatever they were, probably have arrived by now. When somebody joins you, a frankly surprisingly nondescript canine vector, wearing like worker clothing, you know, like somebody who's working here. Not here in the restaurant, in the complex, like maintenance person.
Huh.
I thought you said rocker for a second. It's like, oh, this guy's gonna be awesome looking.
No, sorry.
I kind of heard this there.
Awesome. And impinging on my job.
Yeah. You know, it's the kind of person you would see but not notice.
Right.
He's he's sitting down, nodding, probably saying "Hey," and starts tapping like an order for himself. And for like a minute, he just sits there.
Well, Grifter's gonna pipe up and say, "Hey, hear about work?"
Yep. Moment. And it's like another minute later. There's like waiter comes in and brings him a cup of coffee. And like takes a sip, goes, much. Places down, reaches in his pocket, and puts down what you instantly recognize as a small handheld holo projector.
Cool. Oh, it's like a hololocket.
Yeah, kind of. Yep. Places it down on the table. Then puts his like toggle against it, and a moment later it springs to life.
You.
There's a projection of a humanoid form, you know, about a couple of inches high, like really high. There's no details to it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, my own.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm walking out here if that happened.
Like I said, there's no details to it, so. It's the figure seems to like turn its head, and then say in a somewhat feminine but definitely distorted sounding voice. It's thank you very much for you. Prompt response.
Oh, you have reminded me.
Yes.
For Squeak's appearance, Squeak is almost perfectly androgynous. You really can't tell.
Okay.
And Squeak really likes it that way.
You're just making me want to hug your character, and that's not the theme of this.
I want to hug my character. It's fine.
Um,
It can be gritty and cute at the same time.
you will probably recognize this. That someone is using a like voice modulator, so to change the sound of their voice. So it wouldn't be a record. Yeah, what does it say? Yeah, thank you for this very prompt response.
Anytime. So I take it you're the boss.
I am your employer,
Good enough for me.
or at least I hope I will. I need you to remove something from where it is and bring it to me.
What kind of thing are we talking? Package? Personnel?
Personnel.
It's a lot harder to move a person versus an object.
I take it you want this individual to be in good condition when they arrive.
Yes, definitely. There is an employee at a particular corporation who does not wish to be employed by that corporation anymore. Unfortunately, their contract says otherwise, and I would like you to help this person terminate the employment with that corporation.
Interesting. It's been a while since I've done a target extraction, but, well, should be fun.
There will be, of course, security to get around. Not very strong security. It is not a high security area. But still, it is not without danger. However, as I said, your target is willing. However, due to the circumstances, it will have to look like a kid.
Right. And I'm assuming we can't just find him at home.
I'm afraid not.
Small grin.
Yeah, of course not. Oh well. Was worth a shot.
You will, of course, be generously compensated. Like my initial offer said, this is somewhat time sensitive. The target is currently in a, let's say, opportune location, but they will not stay there for long.
I take it they're being transferred out of reach after a little bit.
Something like that, yes.
Oh boy.
If you accept the job, I will give you what detail I can.
Sounds right up my alley.
Nothing better to do.
Pay is right. You have us.
The pay will be 250 credits for each of you upon acceptance, with a further 250 on successful completion of the mission.
Works for me. I'm assuming that's kind of a standard rate.
it's for a job like that. It depends.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what you've been told. Not high security, willing target. Sounds a bit more on the easy side.
Right.
And
Yeah, but he still wants this guy unharmed.
and for that it is fairly generous payment.
Which means
Not worth it.
odds are that it's if it's a little easy and they're paying well, means there might be some hidden complications, but Grifter's gonna give a nod and say, "Yeah, sounds good to me. Might as well. Need to pay the bill somehow."
The little holographic figure turns towards the others.
I'm in.
Something comes up, I expect hazard pay. But a simple in and out should be easy enough. I'm in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose Blackpaw?
I'm here. You now hear me?
Oh yeah, it just sounded like he cut off very suddenly. My bad.
Oh, I got push to talk, so maybe I just released the thing at around that time.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Ish. Okay. Excellent. If you would place your toggles near the projector.
I will do so.
Dude just kind of flips it so like it slides along the table and stops nearby. This is cool.
Squeaks is just gonna gently set it down.
The target's name is Lashara. She is a programmer for signature networks. Like I already said, she wishes to enter employment with Signet and instead work for my group. She is currently in a small research and development center that Signature Networks is has in the lower parts of the mid-city. This is a relatively low security area. There are few vital developments going on there, so this is a significant opportunity.
I see.
Still, there is security, so you will not be able to just walk in and then walk out with him.
I mean, we could try, but wouldn't be smart. Says with a bit of a grin.
I have an idea in mind, depending on how things go. Alright. Time sensitive, got the details, know what we need to do.
Yep.
Let's do some prep and get going.
Obviously, all the necessary details have been transferred to your toggles.
Very well. Suppose we need to do some intel on target environment and figure out a more precise time schedule.
I will obviously leave the details to you. Do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Squeaks is gonna shake their head.
Low security. Don't have to worry about walls being plated, or it's not a prison of sorts, is it?
Oh no.
No.
Oh, it's an office.
I'm saying forced employment.
I mean, forced in the bureaucratic sense. Is a very different thing.
Might as well double check.
Yep. That's fair.
And my dumb idea just might work.
No, this is forced employment, as in if she would just leave, her employer could legally use the IRPF to bring her back.
Yeah, Lillian has the negative owned background, so it was a legitimate question. At least in her mind. Alright.
Okay. Well, if there are no other questions...
No, can't really think of anything.
In this case, the agreed advance has been forwarded to you. And I have also provided you with contact information. Please do reach out to me once you have extracted the target.
Affirmative.
And until then, I bid you good day. The hologram disappears. The canine takes the holoprojector, finishes coffee, nods to you, and says a vague goodbye, and then leaves.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, I'm assuming we don't want to just go in guns blazing, but at the same time having some degree of...
We make our exit loud.
Yeah, make a loud exit to make the kidnapping seem real. They said the information is on the toggles. What information do we have on the target environment? Like, where in the city is it located? Is it a shared office space where we'd have to worry about like other companies getting pissed off?
Yes, this is basically a larger building where Signature Networks has rented a floor for this little development center.
Were we given the floor that this person will be on?
Yes.
Sweet.
In other words, don't blow everything up.
Yeah, no kidding.
I guess we're not lucky and it's not ground.
Potentially, yeah.
You are even given a rough map of the place. Not actual blueprints. It looks more like something is drawn from memory. But it gives you an idea of to find.
Works for me. The What do I know about that corporation? Like, as far as their...
just one detail that I think haven't been clear about. This little center is workplace and housing for the people.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
I think that's the detail that I was missing. Yeah.
Regarding the corporation, what you know off the top of your head is that signature networks they basically do a lot of stuff with computers.
Okay.
Computers, and as the name kind of implies, networks. You may do a would it be? I would say community exert protocol role to remember/find out.
That works for me. Community exert.
Yes.
I don't have any ranks in protocol, but what's the difficulty?
Difficulty
1.
Difficulty 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it said community exert protocol?
Yes.
I do have a boon in protocol.
Eh.
I'd like to try to pass it.
Ooh. No, never heard of him. I was too high up.
Sorry, I was double checking something. What are we rolling?
Community exert.
Woo!
Difficulty 1.
This is a great start.
I don't know shit.
Community exert.
Okay.
What? Difficulty
What's
1?
the name of the company again?
You have all suddenly forgotten them.
We're on a contract?
Yeah,
Guys!
we all took the obliviousness pills.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens after our rolls from the last campaign. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
We're going in blind.
Who needs research?
Okay, no, okay, for real, I'm gonna give you something. Because, you know, honestly, if even someone who is apparently as abysmal as you guys in information gathering will probably still manage to open not Google and enter the name of the corporation.
Not Google.
Okay, Signature Networks, basically IT company, have you know, they do stuff in computers, networks, everything, pretty much everything related, and they have semi recently, you know, like about let's say maybe 2 years ago, basically been awarded a citywide contract to run the the public networks.
Interesting.
They run the municipal Wi-Fi.
Pretty much.
Okay, so moderately influential, at least in the sense of raw pull. With that being the case, do they have an IRPF contract with the city, or are they owned for security? Or are they on their own for security?
That is information I cannot give you off the top of your head. I will allow you, but just one of you, to do this roll again? No, same roll as before.
No.
I think I had. Well, technically, it's a little bit better.
I don't have any ranks in protocol, if that matters.
I only have the one.
I have nothing in protocol, and my community is garbage.
It has to be me, I guess.
I mean, yes, technically speaking, I'm the one that has the most to improve.
God damn it. Ah. I'll spend a focus
I was about to ask, do you maybe have a focus you can spend?
on that 3. Alright, that's then +1.
Okay. They are they contribute the IRP.
Oh. Okay.
So we'll have to dodge. Dodge RPF, but well.
That's not.
That is fairly normal. Smaller corporations.
Yeah. Everyone relies on the RPF.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Can I use my doctorate?
I mean, that could help. That would do wonders of getting us into the building.
I
Probably.
don't, with my idea, I don't think I'll be able to enter the building. At least not discreetly. If I may share my idea,
I'm not gonna stop you.
I have a lovely weapon called the Reaper that looked positively delightful. Allow me to read its description. When used against terrain, yes. Unless the terrain is particularly well armored, the Reaper will cut through it without much difficulty.
Oh.
For our allowed exit, I was thinking we could just sort of make a hole in the building and use something to rappel ourselves down.
Yeah.
I could be waiting on the outside until you locate the target and cut in.
Yeah, true. All you'd have to do is find a place to hide.
That's the hard part, because 0 points in stealth and fault. Yay!
Wow.
What do you want from me? I am a blip with giant wings.
I mean, you know, if you're the type of person that doesn't like being the center of attention, despite having, you know, features that would make you fat, you know, you might want to be good at staying conspicuous.
It's not something I'm gonna get better at anytime soon. Certainly not in time for this job.
Well, regardless, well, actually, if you stick to the group, then we can help you sneak, is the thing.
Yeah, I'd need someone outside with me, probably.
Don't you know that we never split the party?
Yay!
My apologies for the for the chuckles and the silence. I was having flashbacks.
You were making me nervous.
To last Tuesday. where a Reaper was used to great effect against an airlock
Oh,
with space on the other side.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
You killed half the station.
Wait, does Nelly have Lillian have a Reaper?
yes.
Oh.
Thankfully, I'm not bringing it into space.
I was gonna say, thankfully, I don't feel obligated to have one because someone else already does.
Hey, Razzie,
Mm-hmm.
you remember the thing? Like, doing the thing in Warframe?
Uh
Ugh.
With the Reaper you can do the thing, but with a wall.
huh. Ooh.
Every place is a space window.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so you're still sitting in the restaurant.
yep.
I guess let's get geared up.
Geared up, and let's do. What is the time frame? They said time sensitive, but I'm assuming the information packet has a better like. What is our time limit?
Yes, you have 4 days.
Okay.
Then the target will be transferred to a different location. Doesn't specify what location.
Right.
Just that the target will be effectively out of reach.
Okay.
Okay.
With that in mind, let's take this first day to do some reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance. I will stay out of that. Well, I guess the group stealth thing. I don't know.
Well, we don't necessarily have to sneak to do group reconnaissance. We could be like, dress up as janitors or something.
I'm pretty sure they'll notice the blip janitor that wasn't there last week.
It's your first day.
I don't have the community to pull that off.
Neither do I. I do have a point protocol. And that's it.
It will probably work if one of you manages to pull it off.
I'm pretty stealthy. I got a boon and a single proficiency point in it.
But we're talking community stealth.
I'm not the best at community, but I have a few quirks that might be able to help me, mainly friends in low places.
You're a ferret. You could probably just wiggle through the vents.
Good luck turning around.
I was gonna say,
I just wiggle backwards. It's that, and I'm made of metal. Going through a metal air duct, metal on metal. Remind me of that Mythbusters episodes when he's like trying to stealth into the air duct using mag.
Why Thor, God of Thunder, is trying to enter my building.
Yes. I think that's gonna be me.
I think something's dying up in the vents again.
Yeah. Well, time to do the plasma flush. Sudden screaming from that.
Damn kids, keep getting in there.
Young punks, get off my lawn. Nah, well, let's actually take a look at the facility and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because it might be one of those places that's so frequented by people that, like, we wouldn't be able to get into the area that we need to, but we could theoretically, like, just take a gander at it without attracting too much attention.
Yeah, I got a few other quirks that will be able to help that.
I'll be looking around outside probably.
I have infamy, so at the very least I can just like, point at somebody and be like, I wasn't here.
I mean, I can do that too, so we can duo it.
Sweet.
Hey, I have impoverished negative, so I could avoid detection just by going into a crowd.
I have
so
a
do I,
doctorate.
actually.
Because, you know, a cog ferret tar just blends in seamlessly.
I have seen some.
It does specifically say it is the ability to be where people do not look, not the ability to be inconspicuous. There is a difference.
Fair.
In addition, the much of it is kind of a
There it is. I was that. Sorry, but reminded me of the Guild Navigator in the old Dune movie. I did not say this. I am not here. Sorry, please continue.
I will always get a laugh out of being intimidating into not saying, not seeing something.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably gonna start heading out, make my way over to this building. See what we can find along the way.
Okay.
Yeah, just take a look at it, try and be as inconspicuous as possible. Get a lay of, like, who comes in and out, who,
I'm going to say, since this, sorry. Sorry. Since this is, like, it's the lower parts of the mid-city, but it's still not the undercity, the way you normally look, you would stand out a bit.
that is okay. Actually, I thought ahead. I bought professional attire, civvies, and cosmetics, so I can actually change my appearance fairly significantly.
You can make yourself pretty. Yeah. So, I'm gonna require a stealth roll.
Okay.
If you if you do that the way you normally look, that roll will be more difficult.
Alright, well, I'm gonna look inconspicuous. Let me check the item rolls for cosmetics and stuff. See how often I can use them.
How about the rest of you?
That's stealth roll for going into the building, or just around it?
Oh, just hanging around and not being noticed.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What's the
What is
difficulty?
the difficulty and stuff?
I'm pretty sure if I were to attempt that, I'd have 0 chance of success. As community is...
If if you have anything along the lines of optics, you know, like binoculars, I will allow you to make a distance observation.
We were given 250 for starting pay. Might as well.
Yes, you were.
Can I justify that purchase then?
Yeah, sure. It's your money. You can purchase whatever you want.
Just hold me up by my ankles. I have a reclaimed the reclaimed Davian vision, so I get
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, no, don't.
You gave me express permission to do this, and now you say no.
And then I rescinded it. As is my wont.
I'm upset.
Why for upset?
Because
Their optics.
I'm going to assume this is taking place sometime after our first campaign. And I have my aforementioned thing to where all my characters know each other to some degree. I'm trying to find Ghost Chill.
Oh no.
Because Squeaks will have learned of that particular thing that happened. And I mean, like, I'm keeping some of that from now on. Thank you. I just can't seem to find it.
Control F does nothing for you?
That is a good question. That is a good idea. Oh, hello? Computer, did you crash?
No.
No,
No, still here.
can hear.
Okay. Well, more Drive. I think Drive doesn't want me looking for ghosts.
Oh.
So don't you look for that.
I just use Foxit Reader.
I usually use.
I usually have them open in Chrome, so I don't need to switch between windows.
Yeah. I mean, I have it open in Chrome for that reason, but the thing I typically use, if I can't, is... Oh, it comes up with the name of the thing, not the program. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep looking. But what was the difficulty on the stealth roll?
A moment. Okay. For those who put in the effort to, dress more inconspicuous, the difficulty will be 1. For the others, it will be 2.
2? Okay. And is this body or is this community?
Community.
Okay.
Maybe I should just straight up sit this one out, since I don't have any fancy clothes. And I also have a fault in stealth, community 1.
It doesn't have to be fancy clothes, just normal, not flashing your gang colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I imagine.
That's what Duke was always just like. So I'm gonna roll it. I got a boon. I'm gonna pass on a 10.
Same.
Hopefully I can do this.
Oh! Hello!
I'm just still reluctant because that first roll was painful. Oh.
So... Okay, so I get a D8 and a D10.
Oh my god, I'm not improving.
Because
I'm sorry I took all the luck.
by 1.
Usually that's my job.
Okay. Oh, holy crap. Not quite maximum, but I likey.
Okay. You're sitting this out, Lillian?
Yeah. I could buy some optics and try and scout that way. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to buying them and doing that, taking a small detour.
Well, optics is not something that would be, difficult to procure.
Mm-hmm. How much do they cost?
Could really stop at literally any buy spot on the way and get pay off an auction.
Okay. Yeah, only 100 credits? I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll find a good vantage point a bit further away.
In that case, from you, instead of a stealth roll, I would like a perceive roll.
Body perceive.
There it is.
Yeah, let's go with body.
Body perceive.
Booty.
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 Rocking everywhere.
And you add the stat total to the perceive roll, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Difficulty?
Oh, I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, why not? I'll use the last focus. Reroll that 2.
Okay.
There we go.
5 plus 2 is 12. Nice. Alright. Now, you kind of linger around the place. It's like I said, it's not a building of its own. It's like a floor rented in a larger building.
Mm-hmm.
It's general, but in general, it's a relatively public place. So it's not difficult to get in the area and have a look around. Duke.
Yes.
I am afraid, after maybe quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, a friendly IRPF officer kinda asks you to stop loitering and move along.
I don't really even say anything. I just kind of shrug and just move on. Or just kind of acting like a punk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whatever, man.
He watches you slink off, but doesn't follow around.
Ferret slinking.
Slinky.
With the hunched butt and everything.
While I was there before he sent me away, I did want to use a few quirks that I have.
A few? Okay.
Two. Mainly friends in low places. Kind of take a look around at anyone else there. See who's loitering, if there's anyone that's like, I guess you could say like a homeless person that's living close by or someone that's always around. See if any of them might be exploitable for us to use when this thing goes down.
Okay, let me take a look quick.
Pretty much I'm just trying to gather as much information because I also have infrastructural engineering and form follows function.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't pick that up because I was going to get infrastructural engineering.
Okay.
Sounds like you guys are the better scouts in this situation, even if I'm able to get in and out easy.
I do have thermodynamics, though.
I was supposed to get in and out easy, but I just failed my stealth checks.
Okay, I'm gonna say you only really have enough time to do one of those things.
Okay, let's see. I'll probably do infrastructural engineering to see if I could get a layout of the building, what might be where, hallways, air vents, plumbing, possible ways of getting in and out that are not through the front door.
From the description, you need like data access for that.
Yeah, I was hoping I got visual, but I don't think I could see the other end of it.
Let me read something real quick.
I think I'm blind.
What was that?
I think I'm blind. Where wasn't there a section for writing down how many credits you have?
There's not one, but I just put it in the second sheet in the blank spot.
Oh, okay.
I think he forgot to add it.
Okay. I could have sworn there was one, so I was like...
It was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
For what?
A place to put how many credits you have.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Blackpaw.
Yes.
As a let's say middle ground, I'm gonna allow you to do this. But it will use up both your infrastructural engineering and form function.
I'm okay with that.
So you basically use both of them in information. And so yeah, you can make a few estimated guesses about what good ways to get into the building and even the floor specifically.
Okay, cool. So, egress and ingress points, essentially?
Yes.
Nice.
Before you are asked to vacate the area.
Nice.
Just like a
Now,
proper burglar.
since both Squeaks and Grifter rolled extraordinary well, you are not being associated with Duke, and you can remain.
Oh, I see how it is, guys.
No, I don't know that riffraff. What are you talking about? I don't associate with clankers.
Wow.
Probably a disgusted look in Duke's direction and a shake of the head, like people coming up here from disgusting.
It does look a little bit like riffraff, honestly.
I just look trendy, apparently.
I should buy a boat and name it the Riff Raft.
Yes. Oh my god. If I ever make it big, I'm
pretty sure
stealing
someone
that.
has already beat you to that.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. As I get shooed away, I'm gonna go and find Lillian and converse with them to see what else we could find.
Okay. Squeaks, Grifter.
Yes.
I would like body perceived checks.
Oh, I'm better at those.
Difficulty 2.
2. Okay. Anything like auditory would help, or?
This is really more a watching kind of thing.
Okay. So just generic check.
Yes.
Okay.
What's with the grin?
Who? What? Me?
You wipe that smile off your face.
Yes,
Sorry,
you.
I looked up a video of a ferret duking because ferrets make me happy. Now I'm just imagining a fox geckering and ferret duking at each other, and that's all they're doing.
Oh,
I don't even know how he's grinning, but I remember you guys had a video up, but it doesn't work because we're not all in the same browser or something.
Lillian?
Yes.
I'm gonna need another body perceive check.
I have an item that I may have brought with me for this scouting mission that will assist.
And what item would that be?
Is there any nearby buildings and alleyway that is totally nobody really looking there?
I'm still gonna need the stealth.
I have a grapple gauntlet. I wanted to get some high ground.
Oh, I thought you were just looking for something. You actually want to get to.
I want to get to high ground so I can see more.
I'm gonna say you can get to, high ground, something that's just more elevated than the target floor of the building. But that's not gonna be an isolated place, more like a skywalkway.
Okay.
You cannot win, Anakin.
Because the buildings around here are so bloody tall that, well...
I figure there might be like a fire escape or something I could chill out on.
Yeah,
God.
but there are, but you're gonna have to do a stealth roll to get there without, without friendly IRPF officer Bob really wondering what you're doing there and probably coming after you to ask.
I personally don't feel confident enough to make that roll. Because fault in stealth, I'm gonna get arrested or something.
Anyway, I got the roll from Squeaks. What about Grifter?
What was the...
Body perceived, difficulty 1.
Okay, is it visual?
Yes.
That means I get a simplify on it, so that's difficulty what?
Stupid birds. Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1, alright. So that is... D8 plus D10 plus 2. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, about how long are you guys hanging out there?
I'm just gonna grab a coffee at the local coffee shop and wander around and pretend that I'm sightseeing. So, probably a couple hours?
Okay.
It's kind of, at least wait for, like, a shift to kind of come and go.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, yeah, you get a fairly good impression of how security is. Well, I'm almost on the outside, since you're not inside the building.
Right.
And as far as this go, it's your information were correct. This is in no way a high security area. There are like dedicated guards, but it's not like they're standing. It's not like they're flanking the the entrance of the building, and are like glaring angrily at everybody who goes in. But this area is seeing regular patrols. It's you, which at least is your guess, probably can be attributed to the proximity to the undercity.
Right. Oh.
Kind of a show of force, if anybody, like that weird ferret thing comes up here so they don't get tempted to do things they shouldn't.
Like us.
Exactly.
Well, okay. About how far up off of this area is the floor that we're talking about for a heist?
I'm gonna say from the regular entrance you have identified, from this. I'm gonna say you're in sort of a plaza.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's an entrance to this building, and this is not the ground floor of the building, because it's down. But from here, it's, I'm gonna say, 5 floors up.
Okay, that's not terrible. As I'm looking around, do I see any, I don't know, delivery docks, anything coming and going from the building, trash pickups, anything that we could, pull a vehicle up and it wouldn't be too suspicious?
Since that is very specific, I would like another body perceived check. Same as before.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Close enough. There is something like that, yes. However, it's you have to move around a little. Because not anywhere from this let's say front of the building. It's basically in the back and a good bit further down. There is a sort of maintenance/delivery entrance where you could pull up there with a vehicle and. Well, that's what it's for. Like I said, the delivery of stuff, picking up stuff.
So I say we get some sort of cargo container that's roughly person-sized, sneak up to where they're at, basically pretend to knock them out, stuff them in that, and then leave through the cargo bay.
Why pretend?
Well, I mean, they want to go with us, so, don't, beat them into unconsciousness with a baseball bat, but, black bag them.
Shit, do we have a way to communicate with each other?
I have an ESP node.
I mean, toggles.
That too.
Okay.
Actually, do ESP nodes require line of sight?
There are what they're called? What was the hotspots?
Mm-hmm.
That will allow your toggle case basically work like a walkie-talkie. including it that you don't actually need a net connection for that to work. Hotline unit. Attached to toggle cases. Range is limited, but with a hotline unit you can talk with anyone equipped with a similar unit within 3 miles without using cellular network or other monitored systems.
Neat.
The only way to intercept the hotline is to be physically standing in the line between sender and receiver magically. Both parties are moving, that's pretty much impossible.
Okay.
There is also an app, I think, which basically allows you to set a private talking network.
Oh, it's Signal.
That still uses the network, and there's always comm spots.
Yeah.
I do have the money if we want to all invest in the hotline units real quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Like I can, or I mean, I can buy myself one.
I mean, I can too.
How much does it cost?
Hotline
200.
unit is 200 credits.
I'd be able to do it, but I'd be pretty broke. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay, we're doing hotlines. Let's do this down to that.
Uh, 200 you said?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're like
we
me,
got 250 from the beginning pay.
and if you're like me and you're writing down the page numbers next to your things, it's on 207.
See, I should have been doing that. I'm not smart.
Where is that other thing? Oh, can't find it. Anyway, not important. So yeah, the hotline unit is the high-end interpersonal communication.
Mm-hmm.
It's convenient since you're not dependent on existing networks, and it's very secure.
Works for me. I like the idea of using the hotline just because it means less likelihood of being eavesdropped or recorded.
All right. Quick question, Resi.
Yes.
How does it look time-wise for you?
About an hour.
Oh, okay.
Could do stuff.
Right. Yeah, about an hour.
Okay.
I just wanted to check.
That's a good idea.
So, yeah, you did a good bit of recon. What are you going to do next?
Good question. I'm gonna try and do research on the target. Name, appearance, history, like just basic information as well as like anything that might stand out.
I'm sure we were given the person's appearance at least.
And name.
Okay. So yeah, you were given a picture.
Mm-hmm.
She is a jackal. Noticeably, unusually dark fur.
Melanistic.
Ooh.
Maybe. That's a bit difficult to say from, just a picture.
Right.
Especially you only have a headshot. Sure. Let me think. What would be a good check for that? What the fuck do you want?
Good question.
You can wait. How do we have a range damage bonus of 7?
He don't mess around.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna check this first, but my first thought would be a community exert protocol. Let me check that. It's there. Yeah, I'd probably go with protocol.
Protocol? Okay.
No, communication is more active than work. Unless you're gonna wanna go around and ask, hey, do you know this person? Yeah, it's the best I can think of.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to suggest something else, I'm willing to listen.
And you said mind?
No, community.
Community perceive or exert?
Perceive.
Okay.
Exert. Perceive check would be completely different. No, community exert.
Community exert protocol. Okay. And let me see. What's the difficulty?
Check.
Why is my eraser racing green?
What?
What?
The eraser in GIMP is erasing green. And,
Oh, that's
yeah,
weird.
I guess it was using the color
Okay.
that I had as the secondary, which
That's peculiar.
there we go. That little line is deleted. I don't want to be.
That looked weird. Okay. Okay, that would be at least difficulty.
Difficulty 3. Okay. So that would be D8, D6, no ranks. Let's do this. I'm gonna +1 that.
Okay.
Also, I'm declaring now that focus is going to be blue, readiness is going to be red.
I
On my token
will
bar.
keep that. Okay. Save.
I am not going to make any stipulations how you use your token bars.
Okay.
As long as you note things down somehow, so you knows what.
Works for me.
Okay. Right. So, there isn't much you can find.
Mhm.
What you are able to find is something about someone Lashara Amasis.
Mind typing that out?
Mm-hmm.
All right, notes.
Worth noting that the information you have gotten did not include a last name. From the picture you can find, seems to be the same person though. What is a bit strange, however, is you find a picture of this person at a very high class social gathering.
High class social gathering.
Computer, define class.
Class. Definition. Something you do not have.
I was going to say that, but I was like, no, that's no. So I appreciate the fact that you did.
Maybe she has some sort of connections that she's using to get out of a deal that she didn't want. Who knows?
Also, Tygon, my sheet is posted up so you can see everything.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so... Is there any other information on prior jobs Any like, does she have any work portfolios? Any like, does she have a LinkedIn?
LinkedIn survives the apocalypse.
Yeah. Social media, anything?
You know what? Give me a mind exert logic check.
Mind exert logic. What difficulty?
Difficulty.
Okay. I'm scraping by on these checks. I'm just waiting for the bottom to fall out of my luck any minute now.
Sorry, really quick question. Focus resets each day or each session?
After each proper rest.
Okay.
It's your quirks that reset after each session. Unless that changed.
No, those are usually once per episode. Screw it.
What are we screwing? What?
What? Okay. So, yeah, you look around. Well, a lot actually. Rather surprised that you can't find anything about this person. However, after a while, you get the idea, since you now have additional information, namely a last name, to look for that. And what you can find is, it's not overly much. It's apparently they're somewhat inclusive.
Hello? Did... Technical issues, fantastisch. Do. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. Discord. Hello. I mean, Discord. Let's see. Can another computer see Discord? This is weird. Music. Oh.
Is he back?
Oh! Wait, I'm back? Where am I back? Oh, web came up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I had to come up on the web version because it's not even coming up on my desk or on my laptop.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
And web took like 3 minutes to come up.
Hi, I'm sorry, I'm back.
Well, perfect timing.
Come back.
You know, Discord, I do have you downloaded, but you're not working at the moment.
Status thinks that also is the situation. Oh.
I don't know. We got it working. This is part of why I was just like, you know what? Let's make an impromptu Telegram group.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's continue as we can. How much time do you have left?
About 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
35.
That works.
All right. Yeah, right. The Amasis family. What you can find out is that they apparently have a bit of pull in the, let's say, upper echelons of signature net.
Interesting.
Like it's you can't find the definitive data because it's like I said, they appear to be somewhat exclusive, and at least online. And frankly, you're not a hacker, so you can pretty much only go with what you find. What's publicly available. What was that, Razzie?
Problem. My timetable has been pushed up to right now.
Oh.
Okay, then let me just finish this quick. So, from what you can gather, apparently at least one member of that family is a high-level executive officer at Signature Networks.
Okay, that's good to know.
And since with that information, we shall call it here for now.
Okay.
I hope you had fun, and I believe 15 XPs are in order.
Awesome.
That I think is still the regular amount. If it's not, then my problem. Give yourself 15 XP.
Sweet.
Okay.
And I hope I will see you all again next week.
So we're at 265? Yeah.
That should be right, 265.
Okay. Sorry for having to cut it short. The time
Okay.
the time
You
I
gave
was
us the
told.
warning.
Yeah. Well, the time I was told ended up being not the time, but
Okay.
oh yeah. I'm gonna start shutting things down. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Farewell.
Bye.
Ah.